If you have pain located on the back of your heel and you think you may have Achilles tendinitis, keep listening because I'm going to show you one exercise and variations of that exercise that's very helpful for getting rid of those symptoms. So I'm Dr. Sarah Sewell from Resilience RX, and tonight we are going to talk about Achilles tendinitis. I'm going to do one caveat before we talk about tendinitis and say that in about 95% of cases, it's not tendinitis, it's tendinopathy, which is a very, very different thing. And I'm gonna link a blog article below that if you're interested, you can check that out because a correct diagnosis is really important so you can actually treat what's going on correctly. So this intervention is for tendinitis or tendinopathy. So with that being said, Achilles tendinitis is when you have pain on the back of your heel. So that would be right in through here. So the muscle itself inserts on this bony part that sticks out here. The pain can be located anywhere between here and here. So that's a pretty big range of location. There's a difference between pain here and pain in through here, but for all intents and purposes, you want to load that muscle because once symptoms have been around for at least a couple weeks, you're gonna start self-selecting to do activities that don't bother it because it's painful, which decreases the strength, which adds fuel to the fire. And we wanna put that fire out and decrease the pain. And we do that by improving the resilience or the strength of the muscle itself, which means you're gonna wanna do some sort of heel raise. There is a difference now between your knee straight and your knee bent when you're doing a heel raise, because the Achilles has more than one muscle in it. It's got a couple. The two we're gonna talk about tonight are the gastrocnemius and the soleus. So both of them insert down here, but the gastroc crosses the knee and the soleus does not. So when you're doing heel raises like this, which yes is a thing, with your knees bent, you're working the soleus. So the seated calf raise machine in the gym, where pretend I'm sitting, you're like this, and you go like this works the soleus. When you're standing and your knee is straight and you do a heel raise, that works the gastrocnemius. Now, one or the other may be more involved, however, we typically treat both because more often than not, both of them are involved. They're pretty interconnected. So to do that, you do a heel raise. Now, the type of heel raise that you're going to do will vary based on your symptoms. So we're gonna start with what's best tolerated, AKA what you wanna do when your pain is fairly high and your symptoms are fairly irritable. That's gonna be single leg or double leg, sorry, I'm using two legs, not one. Double leg heel raise. You then progress it by increasing that range of motion. So this is gonna serve as my stair. You hold on to something for balance because it's not a balance exercise, and if you don't take that balance component out of it, it's more likely to flare something up because you're doing a bunch of wobbling, which is putting more stress on it. We're not trying to improve balance, we're trying to improve strength. So we get rid of balance, we hold on to something. Go down and up, both legs. Now the next step here is to go down with one leg and up with both. This is better tolerated than back and forth on one leg. This is the next step, and then the step after that is adding weight to it. So ideally, you want to do those with your knees bent and with your knees straight in order to get the best results. With this, ideally, you're keeping symptoms mild to moderate. Some discomfort is okay, and it's not a bad thing. It's not causing damage at all because your brain perceives discomfort before tissue damage actually occurs. So working into mild or moderate discomfort, as long as that discomfort doesn't go above moderate and it goes away in 24 hours, you're perfectly fine. You're not doing any damage. You're just getting a warning signal from your ankle that, hey, if you keep going, this isn't gonna be good. So that is Achilles tendinitis, or rather tendinopathy in a nutshell. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out.